Welcome to Fortify Your Home, the ultimate guide to urban defense, Part 1. In today's uncertain world, especially in densely populated city environments, a well-fortified home can be your sanctuary. And whether you're a beginner starting your preparedness journey, or a seasoned prepper looking to reinforce your urban home, this series provides practical, no-nonsense strategies tailored specifically for you. Each part of this three-part series dives deep into essential aspects of fortifying your home in an American urban context. From physical barriers and home security measures to blackout preparedness and maintaining essential supplies, these videos offer actionable tips that you can implement into any typical US home or apartment without any fluff or paranoia. In this episode, we'll focus specifically on securing your perimeter and reinforcing entry points like doors and windows, ensuring intruders never easily gain access. Let's dive in, layer by layer, ensuring you and your family remain safe, supplied, and prepared for whatever comes your way. Securing the perimeter, physical barriers, and deterrents. Your first line of defense is the perimeter of your property. The goal is to discourage intruders before they even reach your front door. Physical barriers and visual deterrents can make a would-be trespasser think twice about targeting your home. Here's how to bolster your perimeter. Fences and gates. If possible, install a sturdy fence around your yard. A tall chain link or wooden fence creates a clear boundary. Keep gates locked at all times. Even a low fence is an obstacle that slows down intruders and may push them towards easier targets. In a true crisis scenario, you can add barbed wire or spiked toppings to fences, but note that these things are not often legal in normal times, but more on legal considerations later. For now, ensure your fence is in good repair and difficult to quietly climb. Thorny landscaping. Nature can provide its own barbed wire. Consider planting thorny bushes or defense shrubs around vulnerable ground floor windows and along fence lines. Intruders will have to contend with prickly plants like holly, roses, blackberry, brambles, or cacti, a painful and noisy hurdle for anyone trying to approach your home uninvited. For example, a thick blackberry hedge under your first floor windows can make it much harder for someone to slip in without some serious scratches and noise. Defensive landscaping is a low-profile way to fortify your perimeter while keeping curb appeal. Visible warning signs. Sometimes a simple sign can send crooks the other way. Post no trespassing or beware of dog signs on fences or near entrances as an extra layer of deterrence. Clear warning signage signals that you take security seriously. Even if you don't actually own a dog, a beware of dog sign plants doubt in a trespasser's mind. Pairing signs with other evidence of security, like cameras and alarm decals, creates the impression that your home is not an easy mark. Man's best friend. Real or decoy? An actual guard dog can be both a deterrent and a detection system. Statistically, neighborhoods with more dogs have lower rates of burglary, and dog ownership is linked to reduced property crime. The bark of even a medium-sized dog can make an intruder reconsider. If you already have a dog, they're part of your security plan. Let their presence be known with those warning signs. If you can't own a dog, even the perception of one helps. Some preppers use dog bowls by the back door or even play audio of a dog barking when away to create the illusion of a canine guardian. Just be careful not to rely on this trick alone. Remember, a dog is a big commitment. It's a living alarm system that also requires care and training. But for many, the loyalty and early warning a dog provides are invaluable. Lighting the exterior. Light up your perimeter to take away the cover of darkness. Install motion-activated floodlights around every entry points, backyards, and dark corners. When a light suddenly floods the area, it startles prowlers and draws attention. Would-be intruders prefer to work in the shadows. Motion lights are a cheap, effective way to announce their presence. Use dusk-to-dawn LED lights for general illumination, and motion lights for critical zones like doors and ground floor windows. Solar-powered outdoor lights are great backups. They'll work even during power outages. Good lighting not only deters criminals, but also helps you move around safely at night. Securing sheds and ladders. Urban homes often have sheds, garages, or fire escapes. Don't overlook these. Keep your shed and garage doors locked. A padlock or bar on a shed can stop someone from grabbing your tools or using your own ladder against you. Never leave a ladder unsecured outside. You don't want to offer an intruder an easy way to reach your second floor or roof. If you have a fire escape or balcony, ensure its access point like a window or door is securely locked from the inside when not in use. In summary, fortifying the perimeter means creating layers of inconvenience for anyone sizing up your home. A fence to climb, thorny bushes to push through, lights kicking on, warning signs. These all add up to a message. Move along. This house is not an easy target. Reinforcing doors and entryways. If a criminal does reach your house, the doors are usually their next challenge. In fact, a huge percentage of break-ins occur right through a door. According to burglary statistics, about 34% of intruders simply walk in through the front door, and another 22% enter via the back door. That means over half of break-ins start with a door. So, your door needs to be as tough as possible. Here's how to reinforce them. Solid core or metal doors. Many interior doors, and even some older exterior doors, are hollow core and easy to smash. For all exterior entryways, front, back, side, garage entry, use solid core wood or metal doors that can't be easily kicked in. If your current door is flimsy or has glass panels, consider upgrading it. Metal security doors or solid wood doors provide much better resistance. A steel door with internal reinforcement is ideal for security, though a quality solid wood door works well too. Avoid doors with large glass sections. If you have them, reinforce that glass. If you don't know how to reinforce glass, don't worry. We will cover windows soon. High-quality locks. Deadbolts are essential. Your door is only as strong as its lock. Install a grade 1 or 2 deadbolt lock on every exterior door, if it doesn't already have one. Deadbolts extend a strong metal bolt into the doorframe, making it far harder to force the door open. For added security, use double-cylinder deadbolts, which require a key on both sides on doors with glass windows. That way, a burglar can't break the glass and simply reach in to unlock. Also, check your local fire codes on double-keyed locks. Some areas prohibit them because they can slow down your exit in a fire. So, a safer alternative might be a single-sided deadbolt combined with a security film on the glass. In addition to deadbolts, keep the normal knob lock as a secondary lock. Make sure the metal plate on the doorframe that the bolt slides into, also known as the striker plate, are heavy-duty and secured with long screws. Many stock striker plates use half-inch screws that barely bite into the frame. Swap those out for 3-inch stainless steel screws that reach the wall stud. This one tweak greatly strengthens your doorframe against kick-ins. Reinforce the doorframe and hinges. It's often the doorframe that fails when kicked, not the door itself. You can reinforce it by installing a door jamb reinforcement kit that strengthens the lock area with a steel plate. You can get them at hardware stores. Likewise, check your door's hinges. If the hinge pins are on the outside, as with outswing doors, replace at least one standard hinge screw per hinge with a long screw into the framing. Also, consider hinges with security pins that can't be removed easily. Just like the strike plate, use longer screws on all hinge plates. Essentially, you want your door secured into the house's framing, not just the thin door jamb wood. Door barricades and braces. For serious fortification, especially in a high-risk scenario, use door jambs or braces for an extra layer of defense. These devices prevent the door from budging, even if the locks are defeated. A simple solution is a door bar. For example, a thick wooden 2x4 that can be dropped into braces on the door, like a medieval bar across it. There are also modern door barricade plates that bolt to the floor and have a removable locking piece you slot in when you want the door fully secured. Even a portable door brace or door jammer that props under the doorknob and angles to the floor can buy you precious time during an attempted intrusion. In normal times, you might not deploy these every day, but have them readily available. If an alert or riot kicks off, you can quickly brace all of your entry doors. Remember, during an actual emergency or SHTF moment, you want to harden entry points so much that a battering ram would be needed to get through. Keep doors locked, even when you're home. This sounds obvious, but many people still leave their doors unlocked out of convenience or false sense of security. About 34% of burglars literally twist the doorknob and walk in through an unlocked door. Don't make it that easy. Develop the habit of always locking your doors, day and night, whether you're home or away. High security locks won't help if you forget to engage them. If you live on a quiet street or a nice building, it's easy to get complacent. Don't. In an urban environment, opportunistic intruders can be anywhere. Lock up and stay vigilant. A locked door is your first barrier. Door hardware upgrades. There are a few bonus upgrades to consider. Install a wide-angle peephole or fisheye lens on your front door if you don't have one, so you can see who's outside without opening. Better yet, a video doorbell or intercom lets you check who's knocking from a safe position, or even if you're not home. Also, consider adding hinge side security pins. These prevent the door from being removed even if the hinges are compromised. They work by having metal pins on the door that insert into holes on the frame when the door is closed. It's a cheap addition that stops someone from prying a door off its hinges. Lastly, sliding doors, like patio doors, are a known weak spot. Always use a dowel or a metal bar in the track to physically prevent sliding. In addition to the lock, a 3/4 inch wooden dowel cut to the length of the track works wonders to block a sliding door or window from moving. Garage doors. Don't neglect the garage if you have one. Garage door openers can sometimes be bypassed, and garage doors are a big entryway. At minimum, lock the garage door's slide lock when you're away or during extreme events. You can also install a padlock through a hole in the track to physically stop the door from moving. Just remember to remove it before trying to use the opener. Unplugging the automatic opener during a long-term emergency is wise. It prevents criminals from hacking it or using a universal remote. Secure any door from the garage into the house just as strongly as an external door, since if someone gets into the garage, you don't want them easily entering your living space. Note that 9% of break-ins start at the garage, so it's a notable risk. By reinforcing your doors, you're eliminating the easiest and most common way intruders enter homes. Make your doors a formidable barrier, strong, well-locked, and preferably backed by something bracing it. An investment in door security is one of the best improvements for urban home defense, turning that weak wooden flap into a true vault door as much as possible. Quick break here. If you're finding this video valuable and you want to keep sharpening your prepping skills, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the practical strategies and tips I share each week. Together, we'll stay prepped, informed, and ahead of whatever life throws our way. Alright, back to the video. Securing windows and other entry points. After doors, windows are the next major vulnerability. About 23% of burglars get in through first-floor windows, often because the window was left open or wasn't strong enough to keep them out. Windows pose a challenge. You want them for light and ventilation, but they're basically glass holes in your fortress. Here's how to fortify your windows and other sneaky entry points without turning your home into a dark bunker. Lock and reinforce windows. First, always lock your windows when you're not using them. Many people forget to lock their window latches, and intruders know this. Standard window locks can be boosted with aftermarket window locks or pins. For example, you can install pin locks or dowel pins that prevent a window from sliding or being pried open more than a tiny bit. Even a simple nail or screw in the window track can stop it from opening beyond a certain point. These add friction and strength if someone tries to force the window open. Make sure every ground floor window and accessible second floor window has a working lock or backup lock. Security film or laminate. The glass is brittle. One good smash and an intruder is in. To counter this, apply security window film to your windows. This is a clear plastic film that adheres to the glass and holds it together if shattered. With security film, a brick or crowbar might crack the window, but the glass will tend to stay in one sheet, requiring the intruder to spend extra effort and make a ton of noise to actually break through. It won't make the window unbreakable, but it can delay the entry significantly. A determined attacker might still get in, but the goal is to slow them down and possibly discourage them as they struggle. Security film is relatively inexpensive and can also reduce injury from flying glass in storms, a nice bonus for disaster prep. If you own your home and have a larger budget, consider upgrading to laminated safety glass or polycarbonate windows, which are similar to car windshields in how they resist shattering. In high-crime areas, some preppers even install bullet-resistant glass on certain windows, but that can be cost-prohibitive. At minimum, reinforce key windows, like those next to doors or the main floor windows, with film or stronger glass. Burglar bars with safety releases. In especially vulnerable ground-level windows, burglar bars or safety grates can be a strong physical barrier. These are metal bars installed over the window, usually seen in urban areas on basement or alley windows. Bars make it virtually impossible for an intruder to get in through that window without power tools. If you opt for window bars, it's critical to have quick-release mechanisms on the inside. Quick-release bars allow you to open them from the inside in case of emergencies like a fire, so you're not trapping yourself in. Many cities' fire codes actually require interior releases on window bars for bedrooms and main living areas. Follow those codes. Safety first. Properly installed bars with interior release give you the security of a barred window while still providing an escape route. If bars are too extreme for you, consider decorative window security screens. These look like heavy-duty screens, but can resist kicks and prying. They're pricey, but more subtle than bars. Thorny bushes and gravel under windows. We mentioned this in the perimeter defense, but it's worth reiterating for windows. Planting thorny bushes directly under windows makes it unpleasant to approach or climb in. A rose bush or hawthorn shrub beneath your living room window creates a natural barbed wire. Additionally, a band of gravel or crushed rock under windows can serve as a noisemaker. Footsteps on gravel are loud, making it hard for someone to creep quietly. These passive measures won't stop a burglar by themselves, but they complement your other fortifications and buy time. Time is your friend in a security situation. The longer it takes and the louder it is to get in, the more likely the intruder gives up or gets caught. Don't tempt with visibility. A big part of window security is actually what can be seen through them. Use curtains, blinds, or reflective privacy film to keep prying eyes from scouting your home's interior. You don't want to advertise high-value items to the street. At night, light from the inside turns your windows into displays of all your belongings. Close the blinds at night so no one can window shop your living room. This is both a privacy measure and a security one. In a long-term blackout scenario, also use heavy blackout curtains so that if you have light from a lantern or a generator, it won't be obvious from outside, which could attract thieves to a lone house on a dark block. In day-to-day life, maintaining a low profile when it comes to your windows is just smart operational security. Other entry points. Think like a burglar and consider any opening as a potential entry. Attic vents, crawl spaces, skylights, and chimneys, yes, even chimneys, should be secured. It's rare, but there have been intruders who've entered via second-story windows or even a roof skylight. 2% of break-ins come through second-floor windows. Ensure skylights have locks or security film. Chimneys can be blocked with a sturdy chimney cap or even wire mesh when not in use. Aside from intruders, this also keeps out pests. If you have a pet door or mail slot, realize those are vulnerabilities. A small intruder, or even a child they send in, can squeeze through surprisingly small openings. In high alert times, seal off pet doors or invest in ones that can be bolted shut. Basement windows are another often forgotten point. Keep them locked, or consider glass block windows for basements, which are much harder to break. Essentially, conduct a thorough survey of your home's envelope. If a baseball can get through, a determined burglar might too. With reinforced windows and attention to every possible entry, you are tightening the shell of your home. Windows will never be as strong as walls, but you can absolutely make them tough enough that an intruder creates a racket and takes a long time to break through, increasing the odds they give up or get caught. By combining good locks, reinforced glass, physical barriers, and smart landscaping, your windows can be transformed from easy targets to formidable obstacles. Establishing a safe room, last line of defense. No matter how well you fortify the exterior, there's always a chance a determined intruder can breach your home. This is where a safe room comes in, a final fallback area where you and your family can retreat and stay protected. You might also hear it called a panic room or bunker. The idea is a secure room inside your home that buys you time until help arrives or the threat passes. Here's what to consider when setting up a safe room. Reinforce one room heavily. Typically, a safe room is an interior room with no windows or very small ones that you can fortify. A master bedroom walk-in closet, a basement room, or even a converted pantry can work. Install a solid core or steel door on this room with a strong deadbolt, just like your exterior doors. In fact, treat the safe room door as another front door in terms of security. If an intruder is inside, you want this door to withstand attempts to kick it in. Use long screws in its hinges and strike plate, and consider a drop bar or barricade for it as well. The walls of the room, if you're able, can be reinforced with something like plywood or even Kevlar panels. That can be expensive. At the very least, pick a room with solid walls and surrounding corners or closets, which add structural resistance. Stock basic supplies. Your safe room isn't just a hiding spot, it's a place you might need to survive for some time. Keep a stash of essential supplies inside it. This includes a few gallons of water, non-perishable snacks or rations, a first aid kit, flashlight and batteries, a backup cell phone or a two-way radio to call for help, and maybe a chamber pot or bucket. Yes, think sanitation if you might be stuck for hours. Importantly, if you have self-defense tools like a firearm, you may choose to secure one in a quick access safe in the safe room. That way, you are armed if the intruder tries to break into the safe room. Only do this if you're trained and it's legal for you to have it. Never store a weapon where an untrained family member or child could get to it accidentally. Communication and surveillance. A safe room should have a way to communicate out. A charged cell phone, preferably on a different network than your main phone, can still dial 911. Even better, if you can, set up a camera feed of the house that you can view from the inside of the safe room. For example, a baby monitor camera or security cam that shows the hallway. That way, you know when it's truly safe to come out. At the very least, have a loud personal alarm or whistle in the safe room to signal your location to the authorities if they arrive. Stealth and accessibility. The best safe rooms are inconspicuous. If an intruder doesn't know where you are, that's a huge advantage. A hidden door, like a reinforced closet that looks like a shelf, or a disguised panel, is great if you can manage it. But even without Hollywood-style secret doors, the safe room should be in a spot that's quick for you to reach. All family members should know how to get there fast. It might be a master bedroom closet, easy at night if someone breaks in. For a family, you might designate a kid's bedroom as the rally point, then move everyone into a bathroom or closet safe area. Practice this. If there's a break-in or a riot outside, everyone goes to the safe room immediately. Time to safety is crucial. Enough space and ventilation. Make sure your safe room can fit everyone in your household. It doesn't need to be comfy, but it shouldn't be so cramped that people panic. If possible, ensure there's some ventilation, like a small vent or a dedicated vent fan, so you don't run out of air when you're in there for a while. Also, consider keeping things like emergency blankets or a change of clothes in there, in case you had to retreat in a hurry at night. Your safe room is the last line of defense. It's where you go when every other layer has been breached or you get an advanced warning of danger, like rioters on your street. By reinforcing that one room and stockpiling some supplies in it, you ensure that even in the worst case scenario, you have a stronghold to protect your family until help can arrive or until you're ready to counter. Many preppers hope to never need it, but as the saying goes, hope for the best, plan for the worst. A well-prepped safe room can turn a potential tragedy into a survivable situation. And that's it for part 1 of Fortify Your Home, the ultimate guide to urban defense. You've now got the tools you need to secure your perimeter and reinforce your home's entry points. But remember, security is all about layering your defenses. Next time, we'll continue with even more practical ways to protect your home, helping you build an unbreakable defense step by step. If you found this useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your own experiences or questions. Stay safe, stay prepped, and I'll see you in the next episode.